Hello YouTube, it's Dewey, and I am back. In the last episode, I finished up the ride into where I was meeting up with everybody in western Montana. So the last couple of days I have just been camping, and I actually didn't ride. I took a couple days off the bike. But today I'm out doing a day ride, so I don't have all the luggage on. I just have my camera equipment and some water and stuff, and just out for a fun little day ride. I am with one of the guys here behind me who's on an Aprilia, I don't remember if it's a Shiva or a Dorsoduro 990 or 900. So we are going to cruise up a really fun little pass today. Then we are going to head to the Big Hole Historic Battlefield, which is a national monument or national battlefield memorial or something along those lines. I'll update it when we get there and I see the sign, basically. And I believe that that was a battle between the Nez Perce Indians and the U.S. Cavalry. But again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry. Normally I actually know the history of where I'm going, so today I don't really know the history. I know what it is a little bit, but when we get there I will update with some history about what it is. And we will do a little dirt ride from there on what's supposed to be a pretty good dirt road. I don't think it's going to be one that is too challenging at all. It sounds like it's a pretty easy one. But it'll be supposed to be quite scenic into a little town of Gibbonsville. And then we're just going to cruise back through the pass again. So it's a nice easy day ride, but hopefully, I mean, you can tell it's going to be some good scenery because this is not even the scenic part. We're just riding along the river here and it's already scenic. So we should have some good scenery, a little bit of interesting history from the battlefield, and hopefully some interesting footage from that. I really don't know what's there. I've heard that there's an interpretive center there and some things to see, so hopefully there's some interesting history that I can share about that spot. I really don't have a whole lot of new updates because I've really just been hanging around, eating too much good food, hanging out with a bunch of awesome guys, and talking motorcycles, telling stories, and all that fun stuff. So once I dispatch of these cars, we're just coming up to the pass here where it gets fun, and we will roll some video and give you guys a little bit of what Montana riding is all about.
On a new adventure. Explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away. We won't see another day. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait. I can take the
so here I am at the Big Hole Battlefield, and down below me there is TV poles that the Nez Perce have set up. So this is a very interesting place. There's a visitor center here, and there's a movie, and it's quite interesting to hear about what happened here and what went on. So if you ever get the chance, make sure you stop by and check it out when you come through this part of the country.
Okay, so we are back on the road here. We have found a little dirt cutoff that we were planning to take. So this is super easy dirt. There's a little bit of washboard to it, but other than that, you can see I'm cruising right along at 55 miles an hour on this stuff. No problems. But this is a beautiful spot coming down to these valleys with these mountains. You can't beat this. So that stop was quite interesting at the Big Hole Battlefield Monument. That it's quite sobering to see and hear about what happened and see the spots. It's definitely a hard part of American history to see and put a place to, and especially seeing all those teepee poles out there with nothing there. Apparently those are erected by the Nez Perce at the annual Remembrance Day for when that happened. So I didn't go into much of the history when I was actually there, so I'll talk about it a little bit now while we just kind of ride on this road. But after an initial land treaty was broken between the Nez Perce and the U.S., only a small number of the tribe groups signed the new treaty for the smaller reservations. The rest of them didn't. And then the U.S. Army decided that they would kick them off of the land, the ones that didn't sign the treaty. And then they chased them for 1,400 miles as that group tried to run and make it to the Canadian border. And where they intercepted one of the biggest battles, or the biggest battle of the whole thing, happened at Lost Hole there. And the U.S. attacked the Indian encampment at about 3 a.m. in the morning, killing all sorts of women and children indiscriminately. So it's a very sad time and a very sobering place to see. But it was definitely worth it, and something different and historically significant, along with beautiful. I mean, this is an absolute beautiful valley, and it's actually just over to my right is where we were, and then we're now heading kind of diagonal away from it along this valley. But just fascinating stuff, so I'm really glad that I stopped there, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I didn't film as much off bike as I sometimes might, and I ended up watching that movie, and then it's getting back on the road here. But this is just Montana riding. It's not technical off-road by any stretch of the imagination. It's put these dirt roads everywhere, so it's quite fun to be just out here. You can tell that, you know, this is a working ranch of some sort. Somebody owns and works here and lives here, and that's what this road access is meant for. It's for ranchers to get into and out of their land. But it's also great for adventure bikes to go riding through and enjoy the scenery. And, you know, this is definitely off the beaten path. And that's the stuff that I really enjoy, is off the beaten path. You gotta be careful though. Every once in a while there's some holes that have been filled with rocks and sometimes not filled with rocks. So you just gotta be a little bit on your toes and, you know, look ahead and make sure you don't run headlong into a hole. So somewhere behind me there, I don't know if he's even in the picture anymore, is Don on the Aprilia. So he's coming down here with me. He said, go as fast as I want, don't worry about him, he will make it. If I stop to take a picture and he doesn't show up in 10 minutes, come back and look for him. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just riding my ride through here. And I'm probably going to stop somewhere up here on this corner, on this high point, I think, and get a shot with those mountains and the motorcycle, because I think that will be fantastic.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
That's a stunning picture. I will take that. I'm getting to see a place in the world that I would not have seen if I didn't go down this dirt road. I might have seen something similar to it from a paved road somewhere around here, but I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have seen this. And you can see why this is called Big Sky Country here in Montana, because let me tell you, everything is big here. The valleys are big, the mountains are big, and the sky certainly is big because there's so much distance between these mountains. It looks like the sky and these clouds go on forever. It is phenomenal. Beautiful country. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yeah, when I finally saw what you were pointing at, I killed my engine.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
And I don't know where I saw the eagle over here. So that was a very cool happenstance, all those hawks, and there was an eagle. I don't know if my GoPro caught it or if I managed to. There was a huge bald eagle there as well that flew off just as Don pulled up, and that's why he was trying to tell me to slow it down so I didn't scare them. And then there was probably a good 8 or 9 hawks also there. So I don't know if there was a carcass down there that they were all kind of scavenging, or if it's just because of the wind out here today that they were hanging out there. But they were playing around in the wind coming up off those ridges, that's for sure.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country
Well, this has been a fantastic ride. It's just been a lot of this through the forest. It's beautiful. We've gone through some meadows. We stopped and had a little snack along a river and just enjoyed this ride. So I'm going to call it an episode here. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of Montana. And until the next time, it's Dewey out.